welcome back to Ghost Tea. My name's Leo, and today we are going to be talking about the Gettysburg Orphanage. And if you guys don't know about Gettysburg and what I've just been posting, I'm doing a 5 episodes on this town of Gettysburg. It's probably one of the most haunted ghost towns in all of the country, and I'm going to be doing 5 most haunted locations in all of Gettysburg.
Gettysburg Series Part 1.
The Gettysburg Orphanage. Located in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, the Gettysburg Orphanage lies on bloody battlegrounds. This clearly is not your normal orphanage or adoption center, as they say now. No, this was a place that held darkness, abuse, and torture. So get ready, because a wave of sadness is about to enter your room.
The history. From the Battle of Gettysburg to the National Soldiers' Homestead, this story traces loss, compassion, and the mystery that still lingers. As the smoke of war drifted across the rolling hills of Pennsylvania, one of the bloodiest battles in American history was about to unfold. On July 1st, 1863, the Battle of Gettysburg began. For 3 brutal days, Union and Confederate forces clashed in a fight that would leave more than 50,000 men dead, wounded, or missing. The small farming town of Gettysburg suddenly found itself at the center of a national tragedy. In the aftermath of the battle, the community faced a heartbreaking reality. Thousands of soldiers had lost their lives, and countless families were left forever changed. Among the victims of the war were children who would never again see their fathers return home. Recognizing the growing need for care and shelter, Sergeant Amos Humiston became a symbol of the sacrifice made on the battlefield. His story deeply affected the people of Gettysburg.
On July 1st, 1863, the Battle of Gettysburg began, and Sergeant Amos had ordered the town to build a homestead for the soldiers who were needing it. This was whether they were wounded or didn't have a home anymore. So yeah. It was then decided that the homestead would be used to hold orphans who had just lost their family or the whole family and couldn't find a place for them to live anymore, and would have to be put into this place. The building officially opened in 1867 as the National Soldiers' Homestead. The most famous children to be put in the orphanage were 3 children of soldier and General Ulysses S. Grant, who was shot dead in the battle while carrying a locket with photographs of his children. Life at the orphanage took a sad turn, the worst, in 1870, when a cruel headmistress, Rosa J. Carmichael, had taken over and become the new head matron of the orphanage. She was remembered as a cruel and abusive woman. She was believed by many to be an actual hater of children. Rosa was known for her extreme disciplinary punishments, such as chaining children in the cellar for long periods of time, a punishment room that she made in the basement called the Pit, that basically turning the homestead's basement into a dungeon. Not only that, but she would also start by cramming children in a small water barrel full of cold water. Rosa's cruelty had just gotten worse and worse over time. Not only that, but kids would also be locked on scorching hot summer days outside, where wild dogs could be seen nipping at their ankles. It was said that Rosa would hire children that were older as 13 to 14 years old. These boys were called the stick boys, as they carried sticks with them to help them smack and poke the children. One child in particular was found buried in the backyard, with the cause of death starvation. However, in 1876, the orphan's absence in the Memorial Day parade led to some concerns by the local authorities, who investigated the orphanage and found kids bruised and scarred. Rosa was fined $20, which is about $600 in today's economy. She was charged with aggravated assault and was told to leave Gettysburg. Unfortunately, just a couple weeks later, Rosa had returned to the orphanage and continued her cruelty for another 3 months. How does this happen? How does she not get caught or not even get locked up for this? She was caught again by the authorities and this time forced out of town and was told that she would be arrested if she would ever step foot on the Gettysburg grounds again. This time the building had been abandoned and the children were removed. To this day, no one knows where Rosa went or what became of her.
The hauntings. For decades, visitors have traveled to the National Children's Homestead Orphanage, seeking answers to a question that continues to haunt its halls. Has Rosa ever truly left? According to legend, Rosa's spirit returned to the orphanage after her death and now roams every corner of the property. Guests report hearing heavy footsteps, disembodied voices, and even witnessing apparitions believed to be Rosa herself.
Though the building had gotten rid of Rosa, it was said that her spirit has come back to the orphanage, and she's said to haunt every square inch of the orphanage. People report hearing heavy footsteps, disembodied voices, and the apparitions of Rosa are common.
Deep within the basement lies a room many consider to be the heart of Rosa's haunting, the matron's quarters. This small room once served as Rosa's personal living space while she worked at the orphanage. Visitors who enter often describe an immediate shift in atmosphere. Feelings of anger, anxiety, and overwhelming unease are commonly reported. Investigators have documented loud knocking sounds coming from inside the room. Others claim to hear heavy footsteps pacing the floor, despite no one being present. Several witnesses have reported seeing a female apparition standing silently in the darkness, watching from the corners of the room. One particularly chilling account tells of a visitor who claimed to have been physically shoved from the room by an unseen force. Whether these experiences are paranormal or psychological, the matron's quarters remains one of the most feared locations in the entire building.
This area is known for its frequent poltergeist activity. Many visitors often put small toys on the tables. Some claims report that they even move off the table on their own when they know no one else is in the building. Some claims also report hearing phantom crying, giggling, and tiny footsteps running around the floorboards. This spot is said to be the most active in the whole orphanage. People report feeling an oppressive energy, heavy, loud footsteps and voices, and some even recall seeing scary apparitions of Rosa with glowing red eyes as well.
Strangely, many encounters are accompanied by the scent of roses or fresh flowers, a phenomenon often associated with her presence. But Rosa may not be the only spirit haunting these depths. Over the years, guests have reported encounters with shadow figures unlike anything else in the building. Some appear to mimic the movements of living people. Others resemble dark silhouettes of former children and staff members who once lived and worked here. Who these shadow figures are remains unknown. But one thing is certain: the cellar continues to be one of the most unsettling places in the orphanage. Whether these stories are the result of folklore, imagination, or genuine paranormal activity remains a mystery. But for those who have experienced the unexplained inside these walls, the orphanage is far more than a historic building. It is a place where the past may still be very much alive.
And that, my friends, was Gettysburg Orphanage. This is also free to visit, so if you ever come to Gettysburg, this is a place that I would recommend. The link to book this place will be in the description below if you ever want to book it. And also, this is also, like I said at the beginning, part 1 of Gettysburg. Also, next week we're going to be discussing the Farnsworth Inn, another place in Gettysburg. So please stay tuned because this is going to be a heck of a week because of how terrifying and brutal this place is. So get ready.
In 1810, John Farnsworth built a brick house in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. At the time, it was just a home. But more than 50 years later, during the infamous Battle of Gettysburg, Sarah Black and her family purchased the property, stepping into a chapter of history that would never fully leave those walls. Next week on Ghost Tea, I'm taking you inside the Farnsworth Inn, one of Gettysburg's most chilling historic locations. We'll trace how this place went from a quiet 1,810 building to a witness of war, loss, and the stories people still whisper about today. And then we get into the hauntings. Guests have reported seeing a smiling man watching from where no one should be standing. Others describe shadow figures moving through the inn, dark shapes that seem to block the outside light, as if something is standing between this world and the next. Who is a smiling man? Why do these shadows keep appearing? And what did Sarah Black's family experience when history came crashing through Gettysburg? This is only the beginning. The full story, the history, and the hauntings of the Farnsworth Inn are coming next week on Ghost Tea. Don't miss it.